Anarchy! Sounds like these books I really read. A fellow named William Gibson wrote. He's pretty fantastic. My favorite book by him is Neuroman. It's a pretty good book. But I don't think it's a really good economic policy. Why? You think you want an anarchy market. You don't. Have you ever been affected by anarchy? Now, I'm not trying to pull a Hoban here, because certainly you can understand this without being affected, but you have to put yourself in an example that's really happening to real people. Here's an example that recently happened to me. So, I go to work about a month ago, 1 month ago, 5 weeks ago, and I find out through multiple signs all over the building and announcements from the doorman that our dances are now all 2 for 1. 2 for 1. What does that mean exactly? Well, that means I now have to do twice the amount of work to make the same amount of money I was before. The owner of the club comes in and gives us a very berating speech about how it's only, we're going to go from doing 4 minutes of work to doing 8 minutes of work. Regardless of the fact that it's going to be 8 minutes of work every time I would have had to do 4 minutes of work, and therefore I've been capped on how much money I can make. He doesn't seem to be bothered by that. No. I mean, everyone who does their job, if they were told that instead of working 8 hours, they now had to work 16 hours to make the exact same amount of pay, they would be upset. And that's what anarchy really is. The people who have money are going to take more, you're going to crush the people under you so you can take more of their money, you're going to squeeze it out of them like it's juice. And who wants to live in a system like that? If there's no publicly provided services, that means it all has to be privately provided. Some things just aren't going to be provided. Some things are going to get overcharged, and services are going to become bad. And are you going to want to buy aspirin if you have no real guarantee that the aspirin is actually aspirin, and if they give you something other than aspirin, you have no recourse to do anything? I mean, really, an anarchy economy is just asking for us to go back to the time when snake oil salesmen could get away with their game. I don't want to go back to that. In fact, if I could stop more of those snake oil salesmen that are still out there, because they are still out there. They're selling religion, and they're selling health products, and they're selling all kinds of crap. There's so many things that the government regulates right now that maybe you don't think about on a daily basis, but if you really thought about it, you would value it. I hear these people rallying against public education. What do you think people are going to get if they don't get a public education? Do you think everyone can stay home with their kids and educate their kids? This is a dumb idea. We want to have a less educated population. We want to have a more educated population. I say more socialized education. It's just a fashion thing and an anger thing, and it doesn't really work for the economy. Civil rights. Where are my civil rights going to come from? Am I going to have any civil rights? If there's no one to enforce civil rights, how am I going to have them?